This episode is sponsored by FX's Kindred, the original series only on Hulu. Based on Octavia E. Butler's best-selling novel, FX's Kindred centers on Dana James, a young Black woman and aspiring writer. Dana begins to settle into her new home in Los Angeles and is violently pulled back and forth in time. She emerges at a 19th century plantation and is confronted with secrets she never knew ran through her blood. FX's Kindred, all episodes now streaming only on Hulu.
Annie had an earache on a Saturday of all days. So her mom brought her to Minute Clinic at CVS, where you can see a provider, fill a prescription, and grab essentials like pain relief products, all in one visit. Even on evenings and weekends. You can even see us online with telehealth options. For quality, affordable care on your schedule, visit Minute Clinic at CVS. That's how healthier happens together. Services vary by location. Prescriptions can be obtained at pharmacy of choice. Visit MinuteClinic.com for details.
Welcome to My Worst Date. I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina.
This is our Shorty episode. I got a little something I want to share with you.
Wow.
Ooh,
are you from
Don't you know?
Wisconsin? Or?
I don't know.
Isn't that
some
that
days,
accent?
Some days it just happens. You know, just weird shit comes out of my mouth and I can't stop it. I just have to go with it.
We love it.
I want to read a story to you guys because it is particularly important because this week, for some reason, at my work, everyone has been talking about this one conversation.
Okay.
So let me read this to you and then we'll go into it. Okay. A girl I was friends with called up and said she'd like to take me out for a beer. She used those exact words. I was broke up at the time and she knew it. Apparently, she only meant she was driving. So when the bill, which was all of $10 for our 2 beers, came, she was shocked when I assumed she would pick it up. So I know we've talked about this before, like the who should pay.
In that situation, you split.
I think in that situation, she invited him, right? So, okay, so this is the debate. This is the great debate that's been happening.
Take you out,
right? It's 2 beers, $10. If I invited you out,
I would have paid.
I would have paid for it.
I'm sorry. I guess the way that was said made it sound like friends going out for a beer. I don't know. It didn't sound like
it doesn't sound like a date.
Because if it's just friends going out, then you should split.
Okay.
Just split
Okay.
Yeah.
But if she is asking him on a date, then that's
I think
different.
that he probably assumed that it was a date. Because this was like, so that was found, I found that on Reddit. It was a worst date. What was your worst date?
Interesting.
So I am bringing this up because honestly, so like you can't believe, like it's so funny. Like it's really been brought up this week. Like every lunch, this for some reason, somebody's like, "Oh yeah, so my girlfriend started dating this guy and they went on their first date and she offered to pay half, so he accepted." And then she was like, and that was her first red flag. And I was like, "What?" But she offered to split it and he accepted the offer to split. I guess, I mean. But then she said 3 dates in, he kept accepting. And I was like, well, at that point, you got to have a conversation. Like maybe he just keeps accepting her paying for this, like, split because maybe he just was like that. Maybe that's what she wants the relationship to look like.
I'd be interested to hear. I believe that, we're probably the last generation that was raised on the idea that like men pay for all dates because and I've told you guys, most of the dates I went on were Dutch. Like, I would say 95% of dates that I went on were Dutch.
Well, I'll tell you what, my Gen Z coworkers would not be having it. They're absolutely not here for it. They're like, no.
For splitting.
No, absolutely not.
So here's the thing.
I think that that's great because I'm like, the argument is like, you're not paying for this makeup. You're not paying for it. Like,
right.
What it costs to be a woman is way more.
I absolutely agree with you. So here's the thing. As far as going Dutch or whatever, first of all, I don't have a problem with it. I make my own money. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. If I'm gonna go out, I can afford to go out. Like, so I don't care like about going Dutch necessarily. Also, that's just how some relationships work. Keep finances separate, split stuff.
Sure.
I don't have a problem with any of that. However, I also saw on TikTok that men are starting to say that they're taking girls on buffer dates because they don't want to get tricked into being used for a meal. Being used for a meal, taking them out for a meal that they have to pay for. So they're doing buffer dates where they just go to get coffee or go to the park or whatever.
Well, you should do that anyway.
I don't have a problem.
I'm sorry, the first time you meet somebody should not be on a fucking dinner at a nice restaurant. It should be at cocktails, happy hour. And if it turns into a meal, that's a different story.
Here's the thing. I don't care if you're having a first date at dinner or if you're having coffee. I don't give a fuck. Like lots of people go on first dates
you can
to
do
dinner.
whatever you want.
I don't care. But to say that like you are specifically choosing a cheap option because these women out here trying to use us for a meal. First of all, women make more than men nowadays.
Yeah.
That's just the statistics.
That's absolutely facts.
So nobody's using you for a fucking meal. Secondly, the amount, you're absolutely right, Christina, the amount that women put into getting ready
for sure.
to go out. You have look, my foundation costs $40. So you think you're taking me to fucking Cheesecake Factory?
Okay, no.
And you think that I'm like using you for like a $20 meal?
Appetizer
Are you fucking
meal?
kidding me?
Right.
And look, we've definitely told stories on this podcast where women have been like, look, I was poor in college and went on dates and ate or whatever. Like we have talked about that. But the thing is, if you can't, don't be going on dates then. Like if you can't afford to go on dates, maybe just don't go on dates.
Maybe go exactly.
Maybe just stay home.
And
maybe
honestly,
just stay home.
like at this point, like think to yourself, like, what is the point of dating then? You know what I mean? You're hoping to meet somebody that you have a romantic connection with. Why wouldn't you want to do something nice for them?
Yeah.
That whole idea of like the buffer date, like, oh, I need to make sure she's not tricking me. It's like, then why are you
then why are you
dating
even
if you're
going out with her? If you think she's tricking you, then why are you even going out in the first place?
And
maybe pick somebody else.
And then they wonder like why women don't want to be fucking around with dudes.
Exactly.
So true, dude.
And it's like because you have this weird mentality that like women are
trying to trick you or get one over on
and
you.
also now that
too good, you fucker.
Now that we're on our soapbox, can we also say all this shit? Because that's the first thing that men will say whenever women bring up feminism is just like, oh, well, are you going to pay for you have woman privilege that you don't have to pay for your own drinks, that you don't have to pay for your own dinner. Who made the fucking rules? Because it wasn't us.
Yeah.
Men made the rules.
Right.
So patriarchy is fucking you over.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me about that.
Don't talk to me
Listen.
about it. You made the rules.
When I have asked guys out, I have paid.
Sure.
And listen, I think, and it felt really good those times where I got asked out and somebody did the solid and paid the bill.
Yeah.
And I'll just say that. I think it was a nice solid thing. It gave me a warm fuzzy feeling. It made me think higher of that person. So that's the truth.
I think the argument that I made was that in general, like I it's been a long time since I've been on a date, but I think that for me, the idea of going Dutch was really about like, especially if I was like, well, I don't know if I'm going to see this person. Like if I was like kind of on the fence, like, I don't know if this is going to go anywhere. Right. Like I don't see a future here. I would always offer to pay just because I'm like, I don't want to feel obligated.
Yes.
Correct.
I don't want to feel like I owe you shit.
Yep.
Which is also shitty that we would even have to feel that way. But you do. I mean, it's the same reason
100.
why I don't let men buy me drinks at bars and stuff like that. Because I'm just like,
well, because it's never a selfless act. It's
No.
never like a, hey, I want to do you a solid. It's never that,
No.
Christina.
No.
It's always a, I'm going to be able to sleep with you because I paid for your fucking meal.
freaking appetizer. Tapas.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope you enjoyed that hard-boiled egg that you had on that salad because
You
that
know
was
what?
$1 extra.
I fucking
Like,
wish
fuck
they
you.
would buy me an appetizer. If I'm at a bar, it is never an appetizer. It is
Girl.
always a drink. And look,
I'm with you. If I'm out and about, I want snacks.
snackies.
Yeah.
Give me the snackies. Yeah. Like, okay. So back to the initial thing that you brought up, Cassie, I do think like if you ask someone out on a date, like the expectation should be
I think
that
the asker is not obligated, but
that
should
should be
definitely
the
be the expectation.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be weird.
To me, it almost sounded like she didn't know they were on a date.
Now that you brought it up that way, when I read it, maybe because I was reading it under a thread of certain specifics.
Yeah, and that kind of thing can get really tricky when you're friends with somebody first. Because like I've definitely gone out for drinks with my guy friends before, and it's never been. It'll be a thing where I'm like, I'll get around.
Take you out for a beer.
Yeah, but I think I've said that to my friends before.
I wouldn't say take you out, and I'm not talking date or not date. I'm talking
you'd be like, let's go out for drinks. I'll pick you up.
Yeah.
Exactly. The pay expectation, I think, is I will take you out for a drink.
Oh, okay.
If I wasn't expecting to pay, I'd be like, hey, you want to go grab a beer? Yeah, it would be something along those lines. Very much more loosey goosey. Much more.
You're
like,
absolutely right. I mean, I would actually say that even if I said that to one of you, if I said, "Hey, let me take you out for a glass of wine,"
I would actually think I'd be like,
"I'm
buying you a glass of wine."
Yeah, right.
I'm in. I would too.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. If you say it like that, then I've never in my life said I'm going to take you out for a beer, and what I meant was I'm going to physically
drive you
in my car.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's never once.
That's not it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good combo. Yeah.
Huh. Anyway.
Wow. All three of us.
It was one of those things that just like, I'm like, this must be in the ether right now, because this must just be something that's hitting the zeitgeist, because this is like literally when I say they weren't even like related, the fact that it was like one conversation, I was having it with somebody, and then like we kind of bumped into somebody else who brought something up. I was like, oh my God, we literally talked about that.
Here's the button that I'll put on all of this. Generosity is attractive.
Sure.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
People who are generous, and that again, it doesn't mean you have to have a ton of money, or that I expect you to spend a ton of money on me or anything like that. But a spirit of generosity is a beautiful thing, and it makes me more attracted to you. So if I feel like you're being real like
stingy,
or real miserly,
you're trying to test me or whatever. Yeah,
get out of here with a test.
Yeah, I don't have time.
The only test I want from you is a good. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I just want to make sure you ain't got no VD, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of test. Yeah. I just want to make sure that's the only test I'm looking at.
Christine and I were looking at each other like, I don't think you do know.
Oh, safe sex shit. Yeah. Oh man.
Amazing.
Well, we need a would you rather.
Oh shit.
For today's recording, and I think and all of our male listeners will love it, but I have one because this is like just like an atrocious period week for the three of us.
Great.
I have a would you rather. Would you rather have your period for an entire year and then never again? Or have it monthly for like the time you're supposed to.
The normal.
So for like, 13 to 45.
Okay, so I got to put a caveat on this. So no consequences of the year long and then never having it again, because I kind of feel like, like when you never have a period again, you're fucked. You're like,
Yeah, no, this has nothing to do with fertility or anything like that. We're talking about having just for whatever reason, biology's now like you get a year of period as a woman, but then you don't ever have to deal with it again.
That'd be a long ass year.
It would be a long year. I'm
gonna do the year.
I think I am too, but I have to say this beforehand, because my periods are really, really, really bad. So
you went like a vacation spot, right? Can I go to Hawaii for that year?
And so, our male listeners are going to be like, great, this is great. But like for me personally, it's like the first 2 days are really bad. And then after that, it's more moderate. It eases up a little bit.
Right.
It's more of just like an inconvenience and a little like dull pain. But the first 2 days are like throwing up, passing out, pain.
Which, by the way, is... I don't think it's normal.
It is not normal.
Once again, I think you should see a doctor about this.
I know.
No, we'll say it's broken up like percentage wise.
So it's percentage wise, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly. So you like first month is like that
really
couple
bad.
days before.
Oh fuck!
Where you're just like super hormonal. So the month of January, you're just like and then like February, March are like the really, really bad.
Heavy days.
Heavy days.
Yeah.
That's fine. And then which
moderate
so
stuff
February, March is going to be torture. It's going to be a bad 2 months, like a really bad 2 months. Just take a sabbatical from work. It's going to be really bad.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's more of just like,
get yourself a few books and a
slog from April, May, June, July, August, September, and then
October,
November, December is
just
spotting.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to go with the year. I am going to go with the year. I will say there is a 50-50 chance I might not make it out of March. Because that's a
lot of blood loss.
It's a lot of blood loss,
yeah.
and it's a lot of, like, that's a painful couple of months for
Okay.
me. But the idea, I hope men are still listening because, or people who don't menstruate are still listening, because the idea of never having a period again,
I know,
is so enticing to me that I am willing to go through
the year
of hell.
Year of like true hell.
I am too.
Yeah,
I am too. Actually, the year is
too.
for me.
Yeah. And here's the thing, because I think that, with good planning, right? Good planning.
Yeah,
January,
I'm literally
January
taking the month off.
Of course.
Yeah.
January through March, off of work.
Right.
This is 1 year of your life. You're going to take off. You're going to go to a nice warm island.
Uh-huh.
You're going to make sure you have plenty of blood supply to get that shit juiced back in you.
Yeah.
Right? No, I'm not kidding.
You
I'm
bought you bought the big bottle, like the mega bottle of Midol, so you are ready. Yeah, you are prepared.
You have a nurse on hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, listen, you plan that shit out. You get yourself. Actually, it's going to be a nice year. I see books in my future. I see plenty of rest.
A lot of baths for me.
My ideal would be that it happens when I'm still living at home, so that you get the year off of school and you have mommy and daddy to take care of you.
Oh, I'll graduate a year late if it means the rest of my adult life I don't have to have a period. Are you serious?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think I'm not going to take that option.
Price is right.
I think I'm not going to take that option.
What?
I think I'm going to avoid that option. I would not want to stay home another fucking year. Not even a tiny little chance I would want to stay at home for another year.
But the thing is, I would
listening to my parents fight all that. No, I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now.
Stay home those like 2 months, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, because after that, like, I can live my life. Like, if you're spotting or you're just kind of cramping, or it's just like a dull ache.
That's what I'm saying. And you got those
fine.
few months where you just need a few months off.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it like we're a couple years ago during quarantine.
Oh, yeah. That would have been the perfect time for everybody to just have period year.
Yeah. We're depressed anyway.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
It would have been fine.
It's fine.
Truly.
Not going anywhere.
None of us have to have one. Like, they make pills so
I know.
that you don't have to have
but
one.
then my body has to deal with the pills.
Side effects.
And I don't want that.
Yeah.
I'm too old
I don't know.
for this shit.
That was the best couple years of my life when I was on birth control that stopped my period completely. It was the best. Ugh.
But again, you need to see a doctor.
I know. Listen, everybody. I know.
Hey, write us.
Do I need to book you an appointment? Because I fucking will. I'm not too big to do
I
this.
want listeners to write us and answer the would you rather. Are you doing the period for a year, or are you just slogging it out like normal?
For the rest of your
rest
life
of
until
your
menopause.
adult life, which I hear
all
I
of your
can't wait.
hot years.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, from what I hear, that's a real fucking walk in the park too to look forward to.
Oh,
So
yeah. Yes,
it's so
I recall.
fun to be a woman.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's bullshit. I'm so mad.
Really unfair. The anger that just like courses through my veins.
And motherfuckers want to test us and not pay for dinner.
There is a luxury tax on tampons. Are you kidding me? The amount of money we spend.
Wait, what?
There, yeah.
Since when?
Oh, since always.
Oh, no, fuck that.
I don't know if California still has it, but yeah, there's a tax on tampons as though they are a luxury item, like something that we're like can't wait. So excited.
Yeah. It's just like literally been like, okay, then they're luxury. Let's not use them and just fucking bleed all over the place. Deal with it.
We are hot this week.
Listen, it's a Thursday. The vibes are different.
It is.
And we're actually drinking wine tonight. That you can tell what this week's been already.
Oh, amen. Well, you guys want to take 5 and we'll come back with stories?
Yes, definitely.
Hey, My Worst Date listeners. Have you ever been lactated on in a club? Well, we have. I'm Anna.
I'm Kaylee. And I'm Katie.
And then there were 3. Lots of laughs in this group chat. Our podcast is called And Then There Were 3. Welcome to our inner circle with no boundaries. You can hear about all of our TMI, from ridiculous encounters to just daily struggles. And like I mentioned, one time we literally did get lactated on. You guys need to hear that story from episode 1.
Start your Monday with a laugh with us on And Then There Were 3. You can find us on any platform where you get your podcast from.
Welcome to the group chat.
A Huda Media production.
Over a single week in February of 1942, a sadistic serial killer stalked London's bomb-ravaged streets, hunting for victims in the bars and clubs of the city's West End theater district. In his cruelty and depravity, he was immediately likened to Jack the Ripper.
Using new research from police files, court transcripts, and exhaustive genealogical studies, Season 2 of Haley Rubenhold's Bad Women reconstructs the lives of the women he attacked and murdered. Women who were dismissed for working in the sex trade or for choosing to live otherwise independent lives.
Bad Women, the Blackout Ripper, examines what placed these women at the margins of society and why the war years were perilous for so many women.
Listen to Bad Women wherever you get your podcasts.
Today's episode is brought to you by Expensify. It is hard running a business, y'all. We have been doing this for a few years now. We're an LLC. And when it comes to traveling and trying to take care of taxes and, just manage all those little minutia things that come up, it's really difficult. And that's what I love about Expensify.
So one way that Expensify can save you time and energy is you no longer have to track down receipts. Just take a picture as soon as you make the purchase and Expensify will save it for you. Automatically reading the merchant, date, currency, and amount. Super, super easy. Or better yet, link your credit card and Expensify will auto match the receipt to the expense and submit a report for you automatically.
Yeah, Expensify knows your time is precious, so they designed their app with one goal in mind, to make it easy for you to manage your expenses, bills, invoices, and business travel all in one place so you can focus your time elsewhere. One of my favorite features is the level of customer support and the focus on the user experience. It's so easy to log in, get set up help from a real person in no time, and start using it right away. Download the app or head over to Expensify.com to get started on your free trial today. Expensify, easy money. Cheers! Okay, we're back, and I'm going to start us off with a real banger.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, so he says, first date going so well, and we really hit it off. Then after the night, I was dropping her off, and she asked me if I want to go rob her parents' house.
What?
What? I did not expect this. What?
She's got mommy and daddy issues.
What?
She recently had a huge falling out with them and knows what's in their safe and also the code. She said they would be asleep and we could get into the basement
get shot
and split everything 50-50.
I am not going to prison for
No.
you. Ma'am.
First date.
No.
This is a fucking Dateline episode. I literally don't think my jaw has ever dropped faster in my life. I dropped her off at her parents' house and yeeted straight out of there as fast as I could. Never saw her again.
No fucking way. Maybe it was a test. Maybe she was just what the fuck? That is how you get shot in somebody's fucking house.
You
honestly.
cannot. Yeah, and you're going down. If
Oh my God.
if you get caught, if the two of you get caught and
my
she's in her
God.
parents' house, you're the one going down for this.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Stop it. Okay, mine along those lines.
Oh no.
So
oh no.
this was on Reddit and they just posted, he got arrested for shoplifting 20 minutes into the date.
Whoa.
No.
That was it.
Huh?
And then, of course, Reddit came back and they were like, no,
Wait,
no.
what?
We need more information. So they came back and said, we were wasting some time at the mall waiting for it to get closer to time for our movie to start. We walked into a bookstore and I saw a book I really wanted but didn't have the money for.
Oh, no.
Apparently, when my back was
That's
turned,
not it.
he slipped it in his pocket. He told me later that he thought it would be so romantic to give it to me after the movie. Well, an undercover mall cop saw him and dragged him off to security. My house was a 45-minute drive away and he was my only ride, so I had to wait for them to release him. He then said that we had to see the movie because he had already paid for the tickets.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Not only was that my first date with him, but it was my first date ever.
Oh my God.
No.
Can you imagine?
No.
Got tickets to Jurassic Park or
No.
something like that. And they're like, I'll just stay here. I guess. Wait for my date to get out of mall jail.
I thought it would be really
no.
romantic. I want to know what the book was.
Woof. Okay. Not me, but this just reminded me of a friend who went on her first date with a guy who sang "The More You Ignore Me, the Closer I Get" by Morrissey in the middle of Olive Garden and claimed he'd made up the song for her on the spot.
We
No.
have to talk
Was that-
about Morrissey.
No singing in an Olive Garden.
And don't tell me you made up a song that is literally on heavy rotation on MTV currently.
Yeah.
So she said that he was an okay singer though, and he paid for dinner. So take what you can get.
Yeah, I guess I'm not going to get like a talent show at Olive Garden, no matter what. I just want to enjoy my unlimited breadsticks.
Amen.
In silence.
Your tour of Italy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tour of Italy.
Oh, you guys, this one really hits close to home for me. I don't know if I'll be able to make it through.
Oh no.
Not really a date or a relationship story. But when I was still in primary school, I thought that crossing my eyes would make my eyes sparkle like an anime character. Oh my god.
Oh, sweetie.
Oh, no. So I would walk around the school and in front of all the boys I wanted to impress and girls I wanted to make jealous, I would cross my eyes every chance I got. Including around my crush. Only when I was in year 7, I realized how stupid it actually looks. I can't believe I thought that for so long.
Oh no. Oh no.
No wonder my crush rejected me when I told him how I felt.
Oh no.
I have such bad secondhand embarrassment.
The way that triggered a memory for me
Oh
though.
no.
Wait.
I'm like tired. She's like
Oh my god.
I'm so hot right now.
Oh no, she really is like, hi guys. Oh no.
Everybody's like, what's wrong with Janine?
Oh no.
Oh
wait,
God.
wait. I have to tell you this. It triggered a memory for me. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but when I was like, so it was like probably junior high, and we used to go camping like almost every other weekend or whatever. And the campground we used to go to, there was like this set of like kids who all went camping every weekend, right? So you knew everyone. Okay. And I remember I had like this super crush on this kid named Mike at the time. And I remember like at somehow, some way it came up that he had mentioned that he thought this girl was cute who had dimples. The way that I would try to make my mouth.
No.
So
you're going around like
trying to like.
No.
I would tape my cheeks together. But like not in front of anybody, but like at home. Just to try to make them crease. And then I would be like. And he was like, what are you doing with your face? I was like, nothing. This is how I always smile. He's like, no, it's not.
Oh my God.
Sweating, you guys.
Girl, it's a genetic mutation. You can't make it happen.
The way I tried. The way that I
want it
hard enough.
You wish hard
My
enough.
mom told me I could be anything I wanted when I grew up, and I wanted to be a girl with dimples.
I do remember I was really thin at one point in middle school. My weight has always like fluctuated back and forth throughout my life. But one of the times I was really thin, I was flat chested, and it was like 6th grade, and I really wanted tits.
Yes.
And I heard that if you ate carrots, that would make your tits grow. So I was like, Bugs fucking Bunny trying to get titties. Now I'm like, if only.
Of things that I did to try and get boobs without getting a boob job. Like, I've embraced it. I'm like, itty bitty titty committee all day long. I love it. I've embraced it.
Girl,
but
yes.
there was a time when I was like, I did.
That exercise.
The exercises?
The exercises to build up your pecs. And then I also read that, like, if you massage your boobs, like
the way
through the middle and around the outside and then the other way, like counterclockwise. Just like, I wasn't even that little.
She was like, that was last year.
No, but I was probably like 19. And I was like, maybe I can make my boobs bigger by massaging them.
The way.
Oh my God.
No.
Relatable content. And then I just went and bought them. I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. Another young person. Junior prom, I was determined to kiss this girl for the first time at the end of the night. She was from a few towns to the north, so it was a long drive. I really had to shit, like really bad. So I get to her house trying to hold it. I can't. So I go shit. And she had a huge ass house, like tons of wings and stuff.
Oh, damn.
Anyway, I definitely clogged her toilet. It would not flush.
Ooh.
I figured it'd be less awkward if I told her instead of her finding it later. So I did. Then went in for the kiss, like right after that.
Nope. Gotta spread that out.
Needless to say, it did not go well. Hey, I shit in your toilet and I clogged it.
Dude, the anxiety that I get
Oh,
on
it's
days
awful.
that I have to go into the office, because right now the office for me is like somebody's home. So I wake up an extra hour and a half early
Just to get it out.
freebase coffee because I'm terrified
Get it out.
of shitting in someone's house.
No, I mean, it is to the point now where if I need to shit at someone's house, I'll do a flush first beforehand. Because I'm like, what if? I have a fear.
Oh,
of like,
sure. You got to make sure it's working.
What if it doesn't flush? Like, what? And not that you clogged it, but like, what if the flush doesn't work?
Oh,
and like,
my
then
God.
you've taken the
Gotta
shit
know.
already. And like, you go to flush it and it What
Wise.
do you do? What do you do?
Keegan, that's wise. I like that.
Dude, if you're at a
gonna
close
incorporate
friend's
that.
house, you're like,
Hey,
your
bruh.
shitter's not working or whatever.
Yes,
But like,
but yeah, you're at like a new person.
Or you
a
just
date.
stand there longer and keep trying.
it's where the poop knife comes in.
Oh,
No.
no. Okay. Drove an hour to her house. We started making out. And then she says, shh, we got to be quiet because we might wake up my son and her mother. Surprise.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's just my roommate.
It's just
She's just my roommate.
A very
Dude.
small roommate.
Very small. Oh my God.
no. Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
Surprise.
Yeah, my baby mama and son live with me.
If you have a complicated like home situation, you have to declare that shit before you bring
Exactly.
anybody over. You cannot.
yeah,
No.
that's too complicated. Okay, here we go. Took a girl to an outdoor party. Lots of people there. Couple hours after we get there, she is drunk. She then stands next to the fire, drops her shorts and underwear, stands there taking a piss, and midstream she passes out, almost falling in the fire.
What?
My friends never let me forget it. That was our first and only date.
Oh.
Can you imagine
How drunk are you?
when you
That
I-
is a shame that you do not recover from.
you're
I feel like
waking
there's
up-
more than alcohol involved in that.
there's gotta
gotta
be.
be.
Where
I don't know.
that
Have you seen a
sounds-
blackout drunk person?
Yeah.
Like people get blackout
Ugh,
drunk and they
that's
do
true.
like crazy shit.
My friend's brother used to
everybody,
like just piss
you gotta-
on the couch, like come in and
We've
just,
all seen that person who's like, you've been at a party
Yeah.
and they've peed inside because they're blackout drunk and they
Yeah.
think they're in the
I
bathroom.
hate that.
my college roommate used to piss in the vegetable crisper.
You told us
about that.
No, look. It
hate
is one of
that.
those things that I'm just like, you gotta get your shit under
You gotta-
control.
I've been meaning to actually check to see. I'm like, how is he doing nowadays? Like, motherfucker
holding
used
up?
to like watch Big Lebowski anytime he was drinking, which was every single night. So I can
No.
pretty much recite that
Wait,
movie.
do I know this?
Listen,
He worked at Damon's, a place for ribs.
ribs.
He was a bartender. Man, he used to come home, watch Big Lebowski, and get
Wow.
wasted every night, and then piss in the vegetable
Can
crisper.
I just say it? Look, I like the movie Big Lebowski. It is not an every night movie.
No.
That is not the kind of movie that you put on every day.
Zoolander is. We
What
all
is
know that. We've
happening?
talked about this before.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
My worst date was at my ex-boyfriend's house, and he cried because I wouldn't make out with him while his mother was in the same room.
Oh, I hate that.
You
No.
hate that? You're gonna hate this.
Oh, God.
He brought a sex worker to dinner because I told him I wouldn't sleep with him.
Oh.
So he's like, I have you for the conversation and the date part.
I
of the
hate
night.
this for both,
Everybody.
both
I hate
of
both
the
the-
people
Absolutely.
involved in this. That's offensive to
Everybody.
Wow. And on that note, oh my
You're like, I'm
God.
out.
Well, if you guys have stories for us, be they short or long, if they're absolutely nuts, you have to email us. Go to our one-stop shop of website. It's myworstdatepodcast.com, and we love you so much.
Cheers.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. Every week I sneak away from The Daily Show and bring you Roy's Job Fair, a dope podcast where we laugh about bad jobs or figure out ways to be better at the jobs we have. We've had on legends like WNBA champion Candace Parker.
Like, I was that hustler that babysat a lot. I love kids.
We also talk to everyday people, from preachers to politicians to porn stars. We all need something to eat, someone to love, and a way to provide. This podcast cannot help you with the first two. Listen to Roy's Job Fair wherever you get your podcasts.
On Florida's Space Coast, we think you can have the best of both worlds. Kind of like right now. Driving, at your desk, maybe at the gym, but you're also grooving to some music. Visit us and you'll go to the beach and see a rocket launch, or go kayaking and manatee spotting. It's all waiting for you on the only beach that doubles as a launch pad. Plan your adventure today at visitspacecoast.com.